check it out, dude.
I like the intro music.
Isn't that nice?
It's new. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that's my buddy Caleb. He has a band called Wayside Motel.
Cool.
And that was on, I think, their first album. And I was talking to him, and I just sent him a little bit of money. I was like, just let me use it for the intro for the podcast. And
I was going to say, I mean, is there copyright stuff?
Well, I mean, we have an agreement, so I don't know. He's not super huge yet. They are planning on going on tour fairly soon, though. They're kind of picking up, man. So,
well, I mean, if this episode gets 100 billion views, I mean, I'm sure they're going to renegotiate.
I mean, I'll give him another
$5
$10 or something. You hear
Single
that?
digits.
It's on fucking
inflation.
Inflation, yeah. But yeah, so I'm Ostin. Welcome back. We are on the Life of Detours again, dude. We've done fucking so many Granny's Garage lately, dude, because we did Granny's Garage, episode 15, my birthday special, and then we went to Padre and we did 2 more Granny's Garage. So the last 3 episodes have been Granny's Garage.
No, well, you have fun with those. I mean, you
so
have
much fun,
you and Kristen, and you usually have more people on it.
Yeah.
I will say the time, we were talking about just earlier before you hit record is, our time with Jordan, I mean, other being all hammered, is going, hey, let's just do a podcast right now with your mom.
Hell
but
yeah, when we were doing the sound check, just checking out the equipment that I just got.
It was fun.
Yeah,
it was one of the best podcasts.
Honestly, there's so much fun when you just riff them, dude. And that's what I like about, even whenever I do the Detours one, it's like I'm kind of interviewing you, but really we're going all over the place. So it's a good time, man.
It's kind of, a lot of this, podcasts when people been on more than once, it's just kind of like, what's up?
At this point, I'm not.
How you doing, man?
I'm not going to interview you today.
Like, what have you done the last week in your life?
It's about real, dude.
It's about the detours.
Well, actually, we do need to get the people caught up. This is Mr. Jeff Groth over here.
Hello, everyone.
The man in the suit himself. Yeah, finally on camera for once.
I still say you got to block out my face on the camera because we've never got it to work. The first time we never hit record. We did a good 2+ hours, 2.5 hours.
It's always something. And
then we did a test.
The test, yeah.
That was in my office at home, my used to be man cave.
Yes, right.
Before I lost it to the guest room. But that didn't work. We didn't get to record then.
Yeah.
Then we did another one.
Did it die or something?
Something. And then we set up the other one and it didn't work again. Or we forgot to hit record.
Yeah.
So
we're getting better at it though, guys. So there's that. Yeah. I don't know. But
that's why I was laughing when we first came over here. I'm like, you're going to record this? We're just going to do some audio.
We're going to have fucking video for this, okay? Damn it. Because the people love the YouTube videos. I get as much on the YouTube as I get on the actual podcast.
Really? Mm-hmm. It's funny. You saved all the favorites for the podcast so I could check out like all the, just like you can.
Oh, right.
And I forgot them. They've just been sitting in a folder called Ostin Stuff.
This dude's a fucking goober, guys. Yeah. This is my Jamie over here.
We got to last year. It was funny because, we were like, oh, Jeff's going to step up. We're going to be part of it. And I did a few, but then work got crazy for me. It was Christmas season. I mean,
well, you have a fucking big boy job though too.
Yeah, and it was tough to
bartending out here,
fit these in. When I'm doing 60 hours a week or more. So
yeah, getting a little tired, huh?
Summertime.
And the time,
barely.
Yeah, that's
now,
why.
So.
So the reason we're doing this episode today, there's a couple of reasons actually. Because tomorrow we're going to do my 3rd open mic, and Jeff is going to hop on for the first time in.
Over 20 years.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't gone on stage in over 20 years.
What, dude?
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
No.
Okay,
I don't have any material. I said I had a couple topics, but I'll just jot something down.
Dude, I'm just gonna. I have a whole plan. I'll tell you about it here in a little bit. But so tomorrow at Lola's, this episode will have already come out. So Sunday night we are going to Lola's, and we'll be going every Sunday that we can. Lola's over in Fort Worth. They have an open mic starting at 9:00. Ian Mack is the host. He's cool, man. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I was like blackout drunk and he still let me get on the stage. So
you told me about that at the party last week. You're like, yeah, I got in. What'd you say? I don't remember.
That's the best part is because my first set I did pretty good, I think. I got some chuckles here and there, and then my second one
were they laughing with you or at you?
It was you, motherfucker. What are you talking about?
Oh, you mean the first time? Yeah. You got some chuckles.
No, but the second time, so that was like, I call it my bomb. I don't know if anybody was laughing because I fucking got up there and just completely forgot what the hell I was talking about. And I'm pretty sure I just got off pretty quick, dude. And I think I tried to do like 2 jokes and forgot the fucking punchlines halfway through. And I was like, I'm out. I'm done. So I just got off the stage at that point. So
It's if I have anything more than a beer than my past karaokeing, it's the same way. I can sing every Sublime song with my eyes closed. Again, on stage after a couple drinks, I'm like, "You got Santa, he
Santa
got lost
Maria,
it all." And,
it all.
So if you're standing up on stage doing anything involving too much alcohol is usually
Bad scene, bro.
It's like golfing. You golf a little better after the first beer.
Oh, I thought people.
But then
just
it's
shit-faced
then it's just a steady downgrade in your game.
I thought that was the whole point, was just get drunk as hell and roll around with your buddies on the golf course.
I just found out recently you could keep score.
Really?
I had no idea. I just thought you'd hit the ball and just try to get in the trees.
That's awesome. Yeah, hell yeah.
When's the last time you've been golfing?
I've never been golfing.
You're joking. No, man, I'm terrible at it, but I got some clubs and everything. We got to go sometime.
Yeah, we might as well, really.
It's just fun to get, I mean, it's not fun to get outside in this heat.
No, definitely.
For everyone listening, we're in Dallas, Texas in July.
How hot is it right now?
It's still like 95 with
fucking like
50,
10,
60% humidity.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Yeah, you came over earlier, and I was like, yeah, it's probably like 89 out there.
I'm like, it's 98.
95 right now. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. They're trying to kill us.
And anything in the 90s feels better. It's the hundreds that kill me. It's like the 105s, the 104s.
And it's just like suffocating.
I'm just so glad I'm not a roofer.
Oh my god!
I mean, those are the real
I've
heroes.
Done roofing, and not even in this high of heat, and the fucking shingles were sticking together and stuff, dude. Like, I don't even know if you could work out in that heat. Like, just because the equipment will fail you.
Well, what happens if you need a roof in the summertime? Say something happens. I mean,
well, it's not gonna rain.
Well, it's a 50% chance of it raining at 9 o'clock tonight. But yeah, I mean,
it didn't work out.
But I'm saying, like, if you have a house and you need some roof done, I mean, there's got to be some hazard pay. When they come over, they're like, okay, listen, this would cost you this much in February, but we're tripling that.
With the territory, I guess, man.
Dude, I thought roofing in Vegas would be terrible. Dallas would be equally as bad.
Probably worse because of the humidity.
Yeah,
it's be up there soaked in sweat. Dude.
Well, I've lived out here for 5 years, and I never really remember a couple days here and there. It's humid. This whole summer, it's been like Houston.
They're saying this summer has already broken like some of the records for the like triple digits.
3 days in a row, July 3rd, 4th, and 5th, where each day was the newest, hottest day on Earth ever recorded.
Really?
But if you take all the temperatures around the globe and average it out, even Antarctica is in their winter right now, and they said the temperatures are just through the roof, even in Antarctica. Maybe it's 40 degrees, but it's not minus
right?
10.
Yeah, what the hell is going on out here, man?
I don't know, man.
Earth is screaming, dude.
Apparently, we need to recycle more bottled water. I don't.
Trying to get rid of us is what's going on.
Don't know what it is. Yeah.
We fucked with her too much,
dude. We're virus, man. We're terrible.
Yeah, we're gross, dude.
That's okay.
Like, dude. Twice I went to the gas station today. They gave me a bag both times. I didn't want a bag. I bought 4 of those liquid deaths at the store, and he was like, oh no, you shouldn't carry them like that because if you drop one, I'm like, dude, I'm a fucking bartender, bro. I'm not gonna drop these, bro. Yeah, I could carry it. Yeah, don't worry about me, dog. But he insisted. He fucking wrapped them up and everything.
Listen,
I was like, dude,
the plastic bag people are paying off the local politicians. Local politicians are bringing it to the business people, and they're saying we are gonna push bags on you.
Bags on you, bro.
And then in
That's
the West Coast,
Walmart, bro. Like if you order online, every single thing gets a fucking bag.
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite that bad, but you'll get like 10 items, and you'll have 8 bags.
Like some Skittles in this one. Here we got some baby formula.
They'll put
Here
like
we
the
got
strawberries alone in a bag over here or something like, dude, you can fit like 10 other things in that bag.
Do you do Instacart or do you?
We just order on Walmart.com every once in a while.
I've never actually ordered it to my house.
I haven't.
I enjoy going grocery shopping.
Yeah, I like to just go pick it out. I hate doing the online thing, dude.
Yeah,
it's not fun.
Which is funny is because the other day I actually signed up to start doing Instacart after work.
Nice.
Make some side money. I've always wanted a gaming computer, and my better half does not want me to have a gaming computer.
No.
And
because you already have all of this.
And I thought when I bought the Ring, it comes with a gaming computer. That was the original deal.
That's an extra charge.
And apparently she didn't hear that deal.
Old,
yeah. So I'm like, okay, so the Ring, it's paid off. We're good to go. And so the second I say I do, I get the box, right? And she didn't find that very funny. And
I bet she didn't.
It's been a joke about everything, and then I'm like, you know what? I want a fucking gaming computer. I'm 45 years old. I have a career. I pay all the bills. You know, I earn one. I mean, I also have an Xbox, a PlayStation. I have everything there is.
Simulator.
I have a racing simulator, and then
what are those drums called?
My drum set.
Your electric drum set.
It's just an electric drum set. Yeah, it's just acoustic or too loud. You know, especially when you live, you know, close quarters. So, yeah, I have a lot of toys, but I still need more.
Still needs more.
Yes. Yep. So yeah, I'm going to do the Instacart, and I have a couple people at work do it after work.
There you go.
They just got sick of doing 2 restaurant jobs, which is awful.
Yeah, dude.
You can't go from one restaurant to another and work an 18-hour day just getting your butt kicked. No. So yeah, I'm like,
better than working at the same restaurant though. I've done it. I've done
all
both,
day?
Where you go from one restaurant to a different one.
Mm-hmm.
It's better because you get like a scenery change and stuff like that, which is nice.
It's true, but
still, it's a lot of hours.
And yeah, so yeah. Anyways, I like shopping. I mean, I do it for a living for the restaurant. You know, I'm always doing the food orders and stuff. And
you see someone else's list now.
Yeah, and you get paid to do it. And so I'm going to do it in South Lake on my way home from work, or stay up in Plano, where all the wealthy people are.
There you go.
Hopefully, I'll get some tips. I'll try it out. If it sucks, I guess I'll find a new way to.
Yeah,
a new scam to get this. In fact, I was even like, I have all these baseball cards from growing up. Back when like Barry Bonds rookie cards, I have all that stuff, and I'm like,
a lady that could help you with that.
I'm just gonna. You do? Oh, great! I was gonna go to a baseball
best
card
friend
shop.
Works for a memorabilia shop kind of deal.
Oh, I have boxes and boxes too.
Yeah, dude.
They're commons, but I have a lot of great players and stuff. But I always was really into baseball cards growing up, and then obviously, gave up on really caring about baseball.
Yeah, right.
And I've just kept. I've hung. It's one of the few things I've kept. Moving all these years, there's so many things. There's some shirts where I loved. Like, where did that hoodie go? and every time I move or I look in my closet, the baseball cards are in the same spot. I'm like, so if Instacart doesn't work, I'm going to start selling property for a gaming computer.
There you go.
And that's
honestly, you'd probably just sell a couple of them, dude. Because I mean, you say you got some probably old ones. You said from whenever you were like young.
Well, the cards?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're worth money.
Oh, yeah.
I've just grabbed a few of them, but they're not absolutely perfect in some crazy case that's been signed,
Yeah.
So some cards that are say they'll be worth a couple $1,000s. I'm like, they're gonna look and it's got a little thing right here. That means it's worth about maybe 52 or no, we gotta take that out.
Dude.
I haven't gone anywhere yet, so I have no idea what they're gonna say.
Well, Kristen's friend, she works for a shop that does that. So I'll hook you up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll have to talk about that off air.
Nice,
I appreciate that. Yeah,
for sure.
I really want this computer.
There's going to be a finder's fee, of course.
I don't care if it gets me a damn gaming computer. I don't care, and I'm going to build my own too.
So whatever you get that you need for the gaming computer, I'll just take the rest. It'll be all right.
Whatever, I don't care. Just as long as I can sit there and there's a big new game coming out. I don't know if you play Xbox. You played Skyrim.
Yes.
Okay, so the company that did Skyrim and Fallout is doing a space version
with me. What?
Called Starfield. And it's been in development for, they announced it 5 years ago, and they delayed it an extra year.
Yeah.
So it comes out September 6th. And I don't have the newest Xbox, and I'm not buying a new Xbox just to play one game.
Yeah, and you could basically take that same amount of money and buy a computer with it.
I'd rather have a rig, and then I just sell my other ones.
Yeah.
I got 2 other ones that, they're decent, but they're like the power level of a PS3.
Yeah, right.
So, they're great for watching YouTube, but pretty bad for anything that's modern.
How would they be for editing podcasts?
It works.
I might hit you up.
Yeah, mine work. Yeah. My laptops was the best of the best back then. It's a big 17-inch monitor.
I know you do have a big-ass laptop, dude.
Yeah, so I was working...
He'd bring it to work, like to do fucking regular manager shit. He'd pull out this flat-screen TV, dude, for real.
Well, it was kind of cool, the first podcast I kind of told us about, but I was a district manager in L.A. for a restaurant company. I had a really cool owner. I really liked him. I remember when he promoted me, I said, hey, do we have a laptop I could use? I'm going from store to store, and I can't just sit there on the manager's computers. I need work to do in the corner and stuff. And he's just like, I don't know, here's a credit card. Just go buy one.
Nice.
So I'm like, okay. So I bought, at the time, a gaming laptop.
Yeah.
It was, I didn't get the Alienware 5,000, but I spent $2,000 on this stupid laptop.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
So anyways, I'm sitting there working on it one day, and he just walks over and goes, what is that? And I'm just like, oh, it's a computer. I need it. I said I have really bad eyes. He's like, but you don't wear glasses. And I'm like, yeah, it's why? Because I need big laptop.
Yeah.
Anyways, so when I did quit and stuff, I said, hey, what do you want me to do? And he's like, yeah, you can keep it. Good job. So that's why I have that.
Nice, dude.
And it worked great for games and stuff for years, but
it's just outdated.
It started,
point, I guess.
Yeah, now it's so bad that I have to do the factory reset on it like once a year because it starts slowing itself down.
Oh god,
it's like updates on your phone. Mm-hmm. Whenever you do an update, and then your phone just goes a little bit slower.
Yeah.
So
because they're just adding extra baggage in there. That's really the only thing.
I did that last night. I by accident. My iPhone's like, oh, update available, and I went to hit remind me later, and I was half asleep going to bed, and I hit update now. Yep. And this morning, now my clock looks different. The text messages come in at the bottom of the phone, not at the top of the phone where I'm used to, and then it's just enough to piss you off.
I don't think I have that update.
I think Apple and Android they just sit around in a room and go, how can we fuck with people?
Just enough.
We just move the clock a little bit, or make the font just a little bit bigger, or just
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't come here today to talk about my updates. So.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So back to why we're doing this podcast now. So we are going to Lola's tomorrow. Mm-hmm. We were going to do.
Nice catch.
I know, right? Wasn't that cool? I hope that was on the camera. I didn't realize it was so empty. But me and Kristen are going to do the engagement episode, which will be coming out the week after this one. Mm-hmm. So stay tuned, guys.
Were you going to replay the engagement, or?
Well, we're just going to talk about it and talk about if we have any wedding plans that we can think of and stuff, and what our ideas are for it. But so we're going to be doing that one. This coming up Tuesday or something like that. But we were supposed to do it this last week, but with fucking 4th of July and all this stuff and everything, and then you told me that you weren't working quite as much, or you were getting off kind of early and stuff. And
July is my month, yeah.
It's time to fucking hit up Jeff, dude.
Yeah,
and so
this is my easy month.
This a couple days ago, and we weren't able to do it because you had to build a bed, and then so
I had to do big boy things, and I'll have to interrupt on that one. Do you and Kristen have a king size yet?
No.
It's life-changing.
Is it? I know it is. Well, we have the baby.
I don't put up with her butt anymore, snoring or this. I go to my quadrant now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't be forced to cuddle in the middle of the night when I'm tired or drunk or anything oh, come here, the foot. Now I can stay far away.
Nice.
I will say.
Do the cat sleep with you?
Yes, the white cat, my cat, yes, she has to sleep on top of me.
What did you end up naming her?
Penny.
Penny, that's what it was. That's such a cute cat, dude.
She's cool. But she's a terror. The other one's the chill one. Yeah. She's the terror. I caught her eating the door frame the other day. She's a dog. She must have reincarnated from a pit bull or something. No offense, Baylor, as your dog's down there. Yeah. But yeah, she's very odd cat.
Yeah.
But I love her. She's 2 now.
That's great.
Oh, we got her when she's a couple months. I can't believe it's been 2 years.
What, dude? Wow. Real. That happened before Muchacho?
No. Right after Muchacho, I had a good month and a half with my kitty before she passed.
Okay.
And then we lasted about 2 weeks. We were just miserable in the house.
Yeah, I think you had
kind of said, hey.
By the new year, right? Or something?
Yeah, I kind of looked at Regina one day and I said, do you just want to go to the shelter and look at kitties? And that was, we came home with a kitty.
Dude. Yeah. With Penny, yeah.
And then I think it was about another 2-3 weeks where never had a kitten before. So having a kitten is very exhausting.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Regina's, she needs a brother.
Out,
so we got a brother, and then 2 kittens are more exhausting. They don't just entertain each other.
Not like you'd think. Jesus. But yeah, so today we're just going to kind of fuck around, just talk a little bit. I did want to talk about the set tomorrow and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
What your plans are, what my plans are. Logan's going with us.
That's awesome.
I invited my buddy Chase. He might be going with us. Joel, you remember Joel and Saya? No,
I don't.
That was a little bit
maybe if I saw them.
Yeah, you know of Saya, I'm pretty sure, but you might not.
Yes, I know the name.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I think they might go with us, but we're just going to have a little fucking crew go up there and mob.
Cool.
Dude. Let's do it.
It'll be fun. We'll go and laugh, have fun.
Yeah.
But like I said, I got a couple ideas, but I just haven't. That was why I kind of stopped stand-up 20 years ago. It's just sitting down and writing. It's my ADHD is awful.
Yeah.
And just focusing on, other than a video game, like something that I don't want to do, it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's just not fun.
Just the writing part.
I'm just not like pop a Ritalin and sit there and write. And that's the problem too, is I'll get a couple drinks in me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to come up with some bits right now. Well, I got a couple drinks in me. I don't want to write anything down.
Around,
I just thought, hey, Gina, write down this. All right. I mean, she's got a whole notepad of stuff that I've been yelling at her. But
actually, I did want to show you. I told you I wrote down a couple of little fucking zingers Logan was dropping while we were sitting in the audience the other day. While we were at Lola's. Logan, he wasn't planning on going up, so I was just kind of chilling, and I kept telling him, like, next week he'll go up. So I was writing down a couple of the funny things he said. And first one is, I hate my mustache. Every time I take a drink, I take 2 drinks. And then I added this part, one before and one after, like an hour later. Yep.
Okay.
And then got that jungle finger, got that jungle fever, like eating ostrich meat. It was somebody else's joke. They said something about, I don't remember. It's whatever. Okay. Oh, and then this is the last one that I can really read. It says, if he doesn't say something about his hairline, I will. Oh, no, this is the one. I've done a lot of coke, and I've never watched transsexual porn. Because there's a dude that was making jokes, and he was like, yeah, you just do a bunch of coke, and then all of a sudden you're just watching trans porn, and you're like,
what?
And Logan's like, I've done a lot of coke, and I've never watched transsexual porn.
I'm like, okay, where's the joke?
Dude, he was making this joke, and it was all based on the premise that you do a bunch of coke and you watch weird shit. And we're
he did this on stage?
Done coke, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're like, we've done coke. And
I'm like, this is not like a casual conversation with some random dude?
It's not, no.
Oh, okay, someone actually did this on stage.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, that's definitely
well, that's one way to
experience.
Be friends with the trans community, I guess.
There you go, yeah.
You listening, Bud Light?
He jerks off to him whenever he does cocaine.
Oh, my God.
Cheers to that. While you drink some
are we cheersing to the coke and trans porn, or are we cheersing to
all of it? You know, yeah. Coke, trans porn, Bud Light, everything. Let's go, dude.
All right. I thought we weren't going to get political, but hey, no.
Fucking roll here, buddy. And then, this is where I got drunk. I have something, the left hand, blah blah blah, and that's marked out, and then underneath is in even worse handwriting, the left something.
I mean, is there a point? It's a like
scratch.
Monty Python, the Whole Grail, where he's just you've seen
just
that
kind of trails
where he's
off.
Like,
that's kind of what happened here. Yeah, yeah, it was getting kind of goofy, dude.
I have to sit. When I've done it in the past, I just have to sit down and commit myself. But it's weird. You have to get. I'll sit there. I type.
I did it.
I like to type it because I can type pretty quickly. Probably not as like you, but
yeah,
I can type pretty fast. And I'll just sit there and just start putting everything down. But the problem is, it takes a few drinks to really get the go. Oh my God, that'd be hilarious, Mm-hmm. And I don't like bits either. I more enjoy storytelling or
stories. Yeah,
kind of. We were watching, and obviously still a big fan of stand up.
I do want to watch if we have time after this. Have you seen Tom Segura's new set?
We just watched it.
Okay, yeah,
it's good.
It's good.
It's really good. I like his set a lot, and then. There's a couple ones I got to share with you.
I just watched an old Tony Hinchcliffe because you were talking about him the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking dude, he's ruthless. Bro.
We got to come up with some a few 1 minute bits and go see Kill Tony,
dude.
But anyways, so it's fun to write some of that stuff down. But I like the storytelling, and it's really tough because you don't ever want to steal from someone or even our idea. Uh-huh. And there's been so many ideas where I've been watching something, I'm like, God damn it, that's like my potato bit. I don't know if I could ever perform that.
No,
but
as long as you're not using the same exact wording, because everybody could make a joke about a potato.
Yeah, and this guy Gary Gulman actually did about the wrath of the grapefruit, which is hilarious. But I've always had this long bit of how the potato's trying to take over the world.
You told me this one is fucking awesome.
It's great,
and I'm mad.
It's a 15-20 minute.
Do that.
It's hard to condense that in 5 minutes. I can do the wrath of the potato, But anyways, so I still like watching all that stuff and I always forget. Like, I'm not doing this for a living. Mm-hmm. I just want to get on stage, have fun, and get a couple laughs.
Fuck around,
I just want to get up there and fuck around. I mean, I'm a chef for a living. That's what I do. I'm a restaurant manager. So, but yeah, I'm going to do something. I like my bit about my pajamas, the evolution of the fat pants.
Yes, that
from
could
PJs
be good.
to
yes,
I could do that in 5 minutes, but I like a story.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who the master was? I mean, a lot of people don't like him anymore, but we just rewatched one of his episodes. Bill Cosby.
Really?
He is just
I've never seen his stand.
one of the most amazing storytellers. And he did right before he got busted with all that stuff he did, back in 2009, 2008. He did another special saying, I forgot the name of special. They can't keep me down, or I'm still going, or I still got it, something like that. And it's just absolutely genius.
People, what?
It's just genius. I mean, all of his comedy's clean. He doesn't cuss. I mean, he's Bill Cosby.
That's wild.
I know, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
But you got to watch Bill Cosby himself.
Yeah.
But he's been performing since, early 70s,
Do they
60s?
still have him on HBO, or where'd you watch it?
YouTube. We just
YouTube?
got it from the YouTube. I just buy it from YouTube.
Right on.
It's like my movie on demand and all that stuff.
I was watching not too long ago. I checked out an old, was it George Carlin, I think? Because HBO has all the old HBO specials on it.
Yeah,
Carlin.
those guys switched the name. Why did HBO switch the name? It's not HBO. It's Max now. Max.
Yeah, it's HBO Max. Yeah.
No, they took HBO out of it. Now it's just called Max Supreme.
I don't know. I canceled it.
Whatever.
Not too long ago for Hulu, but yeah, I was watching some of that, and it's old shit, but it holds up because I mean, some of it was about what was happening in the political process at the time. And
it's amazing how things don't change.
Gonna hold up, but the ideas behind it held up. The names are things people aren't gonna really remember the whole situation and stuff, but just he was just making fun of the government, which is dope,
George Carlin's is the one that masters.
That's what I heard.
I'll never forget the first time I saw him is he did the bit of all the things you can't say on TV, all the dirty words.
And he just fucking let him rip, dude.
Exactly. Lets it rip, fly ball. And I used to have it memorized. I forgot it because I used to listen to it so much. But yeah, George Carlin's great.
Nice.
I really feel bad. It really sucks how he passed away.
Yeah.
And that was funny because Ron White is one of my favorite comedians.
Bro.
And he's retiring. This is it. His last special. He might do
That's
he says
what
he'll
say,
do.
man.
But
he's going to do sets.
But he made a point. He'll do
another.
some sets. But he made a great point on a podcast where he's like, I don't want to go the way George Carlin did. He died in a hotel on tour. He's like, I'm sick of living out of hotels. I've made more than enough money.
Scene, he lives in Austin. He can just go out and fucking do sets.
Yeah, Austin's become the new comedy capital.
I swear.
God, there's so many rooms.
We need to get down there and do it one time, dude.
I just want to go to eat and comedy.
Yep.
Just food. And, they have the best food.
Yep.
They have great comedy. Yeah, we'll make a weekend out of it.
Down there, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go down there and see Nick. Nick's down there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Nick and Capo.
He moved down there?
Yeah.
Was he still together with what's his girlfriend's name?
Which one?
Shannon?
No, he's not.
They broke up. Okay.
Yeah, they broke up.
But
they lasted a month or two, I think.
oh, okay, yeah, they were always fighting,
long,
whatever it was. But that was the last time he was with her. I've seen him.
That is a long time ago.
Yeah,
dude.
so
Holy
I
shit.
kept on. I think I've thought a few times, where the hell's Nick up to?
He's down there in Austin. I talked to him whenever we stayed a day last 2 weeks ago or some shit, and I'm gonna do a podcast with him. I'm hoping to get that one done after the Kristen episode with him and Capo. Him and Matt Capo are the guys that were gonna do the Book of Ocean documentary.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so we have all this footage and stuff, but it's we don't have the time or the money to fucking continue the story, and he doesn't want to cheapen it by not finishing the story,
That's awesome.
about the heist and stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, because we're not able to follow the leads that they want to, and stuff, and actually find out where the money came from and shit. It would take a whole investigation, So, yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm glad.
So one of these days, whenever the podcast hits huge, or they fucking take off and become fucking filmmakers, I guess.
Yeah, is that what he's doing down there right now? Doing the film?
Doing his videography.
Okay, good for him.
Yeah, he just started integrating AI into it, and it's pretty wild looking.
He's a good dude. Have you played with? Speaking on the topic, have you played with some of that AI stuff?
Have you?
Okay, so I just signed up for it. Chat GPT, I think, and
Is this a website you go to, or what?
yeah, so it's a website. You just got to do a login code, whatever. It felt kind of weird. I'm like, why am I giving artificial intelligence my username and a password?
You should make.
Is it going to figure out the symbol?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did something totally not
Off the
matching
wall.
any of my other stuff.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Stuff where I have to look at my phone and go, what was that? But the best part, you can ask it anything.
Yeah.
It'll come up with something. Like, hey, come up with a movie. And
It can write stand-up
it just
sets
writes.
and shit. That's
And what it's
they've been
doing,
talking about.
it's scouring the internet. It's just taking what human beings is. It's
compiling a
not
bunch
thinking
of
for
shit.
itself.
Yeah.
but it's just taking other stuff and compile it together. And, you know, I like to play the games with it. I'm like, oh, who won the World Series in 1986?
Right.
And it'll totally get it wrong. You know, then it'll get it right. You know, it'll do. So you ask stuff and it's going to spit it off like it's real, like Googling it. It's just grabbing something from the internet. It could be false. It doesn't know that.
Right.
It's not real artificial intelligence. It doesn't know, that
so you
person's a
just
loser.
test it out, see what it actually knows.
Oh, it's fun. Yeah, I just play with it. Ask it strengths questions like, oh, where should we go out to eat tonight? And you can just ask it weird things. Yeah.
Right on.
And they programmed it pretty well to, you know, if you like, hey, fuck you, it's going to say something back. It's like, well, we do not.
Dude, Snapchat has an AI now.
Really?
Yeah.
Snapchat's still around?
Yeah. It's fucking thriving, actually.
Remind me, Snapchat's the one where you post a video, but the second you watch it, it's gone forever?
Yes.
And why do we do that?
Kind of now.
Do people do it to break up with people or something? Or
No, well, I mean, it's just another way of talking to people. And, like, now you can send stuff, like, in the chat, and, like, it's not just those videos anymore. And then they have their whole, like, reels on the side and shit. And, like, now they have this fucking AI, which I haven't looked into, but there have been people that have asked it questions like, how do I promote my podcast? Or, like, how do I, or give me a meal plan for this week and stuff like that. And it'll fucking, like, it'll just generate all this shit.
I should try that with the chat show. I'm like, I'm on keto. Give me a meal plan.
It would do it, dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, it doesn't give you all, like, you know, things. It'll be like, oh, eat a gallon of ice cream. You're good. It's a lot of fat.
Yeah, dude. Just eat all the nuts you can get a hold of, dude. That's all I did.
That's what she said.
Hey, there you go. Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. You got to play with it.
Yeah.
You know, you got to play with it. Do you need a laptop?
No, I have one. It's just, eventually I need to upgrade.
I'm going to say, if you need it, I can just wipe out my giant one. You can use it as long as you want.
Do that, yeah. And I have one. It works perfectly fine. But one of these days I'm going to upgrade because, like, there's so many more things I can do with my video editor, but my computer can't quite handle it, you know? So there's just little shit like that. But one of these days I'll get a better one. Yeah. But technology. I did have a point to make. You were talking about the best storyteller. Who did you say?
Oh, that was Bill Cosby.
Right.
He just has a very phenomenal way of telling a story and making it. And next time you order my house, I bought them all on YouTube.
Let's fucking check it
It's
out.
funny because I feel kind of dirty watching Bill Cosby, like I'm watching on Coke and Transporn.
There you go.
You know,
you're watching Coke on Transporn.
Yeah, something
You're
like
high on
that.
Transporn
You know, I'm
watching
high on
Coke.
Transporn watching a Coke.
But no,
But,
so my
yeah.
counter to that would be Chappelle,
Oh, the GOAT.
the GOAT.
I mean, it's hard to always say that, but I was after Sticks and Stones on Netflix. I was pretty much walking away. I'm like, yeah, I don't think you're gonna get much better than that. I mean, he's just, and
It's a murderer, dude. It's fucking kills, dude. And
he's
he just
been doing it.
hangs
We
out.
forget it. He's been doing it.
just
He
a
won
hangout.
Star Search. I mean, you're probably not even old enough to remember Star
I don't
Search.
even know what Star Search is.
Star Search would be the equivalent of America's Got Talent
Oh, right.
back in the 80s with Ed McMahon, who was a famous guy.
I have heard of this. Okay.
And yeah, he won Star Search, you know, at like 12 or 13 or something like that. I mean, Chat GPT, please, you know, check my,
Yeah. Hey, Jamie, can you pull that shit up?
yeah, unfortunately I'm standing here. Yeah, it's worthwhile. When you're over, just watch it.
Nice.
You'll get the feeling of it. And it's funny. That's how I think I'm going to do my Fat Pants Pajamas. 5 minutes, kind of Bill Cosby style, like the way he tells it. I think it'd just be a fun way to, I've never delivered like that before.
So what I was going to say earlier is my plan for tomorrow is I'm not going to go up there with the plan. I do have, because we were talking about the name bit the other day. I think you were pretty drunk at that point at the pool, but
What are you talking about?
I do have a new
don't
plan for that one. Right.
Quit years ago.
But so tomorrow I'm just going to get up there and fuck around. I do have a plan to open. I'm just going to talk shit about me being drunk the last week. So that'll give me kind of an in to get in there and talk. But I don't want to plan it exactly because I don't know what the fuck I'm going to say whenever I get up there. You know what I mean? And then
So you
after that-
kind of want to like read the room and
yeah, and just kind of play with it. You know what I mean? I was going to make a joke about Ian making me suck his dick to get on the stage or something like that. Like, yeah. It'll be funny at the time. I
some
promise.
weird jokes go
Trust
on
me.
at this place.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Bro, and actually, one point I do want to make is I've noticed I was watching all these people get up there, dude, and they're all, I don't know if it's just their persona on the stage or what, but they're just like all these really loud personalities, you know, like real, like jumpy and fucking like they're telling these bits and stuff. And like they were doing great. They did really good. And I was like, that's just not the style I'm gonna.
That's not
do
you
at all, dude.
And when we went to Lolo's, what's it called? No, there's the other place.
Grandma's. Yeah.
Yes, Grandma's. And I like that room, by the way. It's not enough people in it, but I really liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. Yeah.
And yeah, you had a lot of people up there just bouncing around. I'm like, wow, okay, cool down on the Adderall or whatever it
like
was.
The guy that went like 2 before me, I think it was.
There's a few of them.
Yeah,
where I'm like, oh, you were a breath of fresh air. Like when you kind of like, hey, what's up, man?
Nice, okay, yeah.
You know, I mean, you forgot all your punchlines, but hey, at least you walked up. You introduced yourself. You got your name correct.
Yes.
You were able to even tell people why it was an odd name.
200 points on the SAT?
Yeah, you were doing well. Yeah. You were passing that portion of it.
So you did, whenever we were talking the other day, you said you were saying I need to abandon the name bit.
Don't go too long on it.
That's what, exactly. So I was looking at this. I wrote
Gotta
all this
keep
down.
it.
This is 2 pages I wrote about the name bit. And I was kind of looking at it, and I was like, so whenever I meet people, I already have a bit that I say, you know, and that's just to say, so Austin, but I go by Austin. And so they'll ask me, you know, like, where did Austin come from? And I'll be like, well, it comes from an old family tradition, right? It's ODM. And so Austin would work for that if they hadn't fucked around and made it my second middle name after naming me after my dad and my grandpa. So it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Did you have a family member that invented Scrabble or something? I mean,
I don't know. They were playing around a lot, weren't they? Yeah.
They're just like, hey, we only have 7 letters to use. But we got to make this work.
So, and then I can, going after that, I can kind of play with these other bits. So basically, I wrote this whole thing out, and I just made more bits out of the one bit. But I need to make that one bit one solid piece, and then I could play with it. You know, like get that part across. Don't go through and say all of these fucking bits that I'm not going to remember all of them anyways.
Did you bring the notepad up with you?
I did last time, but I was hammered drunk. So, you know.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. It's perfectly acceptable to have a notepad with you.
Oh, I'm definitely going to.
I'm just going to like, hey, dude, I'm old. I can't remember shit. Problem is I can't see either, so we'll see how far we get with this.
I did write this bit. I'm going to say, so now I write O words with an AU because I know that's proper.
That's funny.
That might be my punchline for my whole thing, dude. Yeah.
What's even funnier to me about your name, I'll just never forget, like, the first time I met Kristen, and she's like, yeah, Austin, or I said, like, go grab Austin. She's like, yeah, Austin's over there. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah,
have I been fucking up for years? She's like, oh, no, I just call him Austin. I'm like, wait a minute.
She's always called me Austin, yeah. And she's like, she basically said, like, if I had introduced myself to her as Austin, then that might be what she calls me, but it's like whenever I first met her was way before, you know, a couple of, like 2 or 3 years before we moved here, and I just introduced myself as Austin, you know, Logan's friend, and that's just kind of what stuck, you know.
Took me like one day at work. I'm like, Austin. You're like, it's Austin. Okay.
Exactly, dude. Yeah. I think
everyone started calling you Ostrich, or that was like your
during
nickname
the
for a while.
interview. You walked up and you're like, Austin. And I was like, it's Austin.
Yeah.
And then it was just from there. But yeah, so I have all these
4 years later, we're sitting here talking on a microphone about a bit.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Yeah. Yeah, but so I'm literally going to say, so my kind of tentative plan is to just go up there, talk a little bit of shit about me being drunk the week before.
Yeah.
And then be
you can make fun of it.
Like, allow me to actually introduce myself, and then do my little bit, and then just kind of after that, just kind of fuck with them. You know?
Yeah, I'd say this is part 2. If you were here last week, you'll totally understand this joke. Yep. I was fucked up,
exactly,
and I was testing you out, and you came back.
That's what I'm talking about. Not for me, obviously, but
not to them. Yeah, not you.
Yeah. No, they didn't come back to see me.
You know what, dude? I hate writing so much, but I could just sit there and do crowd work.
Oh,
I could just sit there because that's me at work anyways.
I think that's gonna be my.
Yeah, I could just sit there and be like, start heckling me. Let's just go back and forth.
That's one thing I wanted to see whenever I went up there and I was watching these people do stand up. I was waiting because that was the original plan. We were just gonna go to an open mic and watch. And what I wanted to see was somebody that did heavy crowd work, and nobody really did. They all had their bits and they were ready. You know, it's only 7 to 10 minutes, I think it is.
And you're also not at a club. You know, also it's not like the Comedy Store. You know, and
well, it was 4th of July weekend. There was nobody there except for the comics that were going up. There were like 20 of us, though. So it was a better crowd.
So you're having fun with each other, yeah.
It was pretty cool, man. It was a really good time.
I'm glad you're trying it, dude.
Yeah, it's fun, dude.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's really fun.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've done it. I've been there. I don't really care.
I'm so excited
I'm just
about
a fan.
Logan, dude.
Oh yeah, he was good.
Yes, dude.
I think he's gonna have some good stuff.
I think so too, man. We got to get him going. Dude.
That's cool. I was amazed. Like I know he got on stage and did something for a minute and left, but like today he's like, I got 15 minutes. I'm like, that's good, dude.
Yeah. Well, he said he's got like 15 jokes.
Oh, I thought it said 15 minutes.
So he's probably got, I'd say, even with those, like he could stretch that out probably into 10 to 15 minutes. So easy. But he's just got so much stuff, dude. And he's just a funny fucking dude anyways.
Yeah. My buddy, one of my really good buddies from Washington, just moved to Vegas and back to Vegas. That's where he's from. And he's just been hitting up clubs. You know, he didn't get a job right away. He has money. And
are you talking about dude that lives in the van?
No, different dude.
Or the guy that quits the jobs?
The guy that quits all the jobs.
Yes,
the guy who just does, just epic quitting.
Yeah.
But he got sick of Washington.
He does professional quitting is what we'll call it.
It's still the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I talked to him. He's like, I'm going to get back on stage again, man. He's like, I've just been having the worst time because he's just getting massive hecklers.
Oh, really?
In Vegas. He's like, it's just terrible.
It's
just
so
getting really
ready
bad
for my first
crowds.
heckler, dude.
It is. You're just going to get people talk. The ones that suck the most is when they're drunk and they think you're having a conversation with them.
Oh, right.
You're like, hey, shut the fuck up. You know, I know what I'm doing here. I don't need you to interject on every goddamn thing I need is,
Yeah, unless I like actually have a set that I'm ready to do, then I'll probably tell them to shut the fuck up.
And the best part is no one can really hear someone talking. They just hear your voice in the microphone. So it's kind of one-sided. So you control the microphone. You could be like, you want to do what on Coke? You want to watch what?
You want to watch trans
porn? You want to watch trans porn? I'm like, no, man, I'm not into that.
Are we going to get canceled for saying trans porn so many times?
I mean,
it's just a thing, right?
You do have a Budweiser sign over there, so
I do have a Budweiser sign. Yeah, I'm riding with the cause. Let's go.
Yeah. Could we get in trouble for saying trans?
So I was gonna make a bit actually out of I was drinking those non-alcoholic beers for a while.
No, you did not. You I know you didn't drink.
Yeah, so we weren't hanging out at that
did you take like 2 months off?
4 months,
dude.
4 months,
cheers.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. Did you feel just so much better?
Yeah, I did actually.
Like your sleep patterns get totally normal.
Now that I'm drinking again, and like I'm not drinking every day or anything, but like if I want to have a beer, I'll just have a beer.
Yeah.
And that was one thing about the non-alcoholic beers. I was keeping those around. So like if I was just thirsty, I'd have one of those, But like now I'll just get those liquid deaths or something else and I'll just drink that. If I want a beer, I'll have a beer. If I want something to drink, I'll just get something to drink. Instead of before, if I was thirsty, I would just have a beer no matter what.
Right. And that's it's the pattern.
Most of the time.
That's the pattern. I come home from work, I have a drink. Now
I just need to learn how to drink other things other than fucking beer, basically. That's what I needed to do. Yeah. But,
that liquid death thing, though, I'm eager to try it because every single darn podcast has them as a sponsor. And you know, this podcast is really good. Steve-O's.
I've heard. I haven't listened to his.
Fantastic.
Actually. I need to fucking get.
And I really enjoy his outlook in life. He's very intelligent.
Oh yeah,
and
especially now that he's sober and like he talks about.
He's
the
been
way
sober,
that
I think,
works.
over 10 years now.
That's a long time. Dude.
It's really amazing. Anyway, so I've never watched stand up though, and I've heard he's really come along. He's a headliner now. I mean he does a lot of. He's also still Steve-O. He's getting apparently. I don't know if he's done it yet, but he's talking on podcasts. His next big bit is he's going to get breast implants for like 3 months and do stuff on stage with them. I don't know what.
Gonna get up there and play with his titties.
That's just Steve-O for you. But anyways, his podcast is fantastic. Yeah. I've never watched his stand up. We're gonna have to do that.
Nice.
We gotta make it stand up.
We'll check that out. Actually, yeah.
But we're going with that. Yeah. But the sobriety, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And listen, I have drinks after work or chill out day. Not every day, but enough. We'll say it more than not enough. And
more than the allotted.
Every 2 years, I'll
maybe
take 2 months off. Yeah. I'll do 40 to 60 days.
Yeah.
And it's amazing after that 30-day mark, you go to bed at night, you just fall right asleep.
I've never had a problem with that. Even when drinking, I've never had a problem with that.
Well, drinking, if I don't have a drink, it's a little more tossing and turning.
Gotcha.
Drinking will put you out. But when you haven't drank long enough, it's just your body's on a better time clock. And I've always felt way better.
Yeah. Yeah.
But nothing feels better than that first drink. That first beer.
Fucking right, dude.
Cheers to that one. That when we haven't had one in a while, we're like, I'll just have one. You feel the one.
Dude, yeah. That's the thing about it. That's like whenever I did my first stand-up set. The first thing I had was an IPA, and I watched her pour it, and it was like her tap was fucked up. It wasn't pouring right, so it came out kind of fucked up, shaken up, basically, is what it was. And so it wasn't great. And then I just switched over to Miller after that. And then I think I had 3 before I went up on stage, and like because I hadn't been drinking for 4 months, dude. So
3's a lot.
I wasn't like drunk, but I was tipsy, you know. So like I got up there and I wasn't 100%. You know,
3's a lot. Like period. I mean, we're at 1.5. A little Coors Bank, and I'm already feeling a little better after 1.5. I mean, 3, you feel it. So yeah, if you haven't been drinking, it's gonna hit you hard.
That's one thing. Like if we had been doing this podcast this long back when I like 6 months ago, I would have already had fucking 5 beers probably.
I know. I've seen you on YouTube.
I know.
You just got a nice little collection down there. It's it's my boy.
And then you get like 2 hours in, and I'm just slurring like crazy. I look back at some of those, and I'm like, you're a fucking jackass, dude.
Well, you know, that was the one we did with Jordan and your mom, and we had a 4th person with us.
That was absolutely not even close to the worst.
We were drinking vodka and cranberry juice. Remember? All of us were.
Yeah, we were.
We were drinking 2 hours before the podcast even started. So when we got to my table, we were just
supposed to do.
We were just.
And it was a blast, though, dude.
Oh, man, it must have been horrible for anyone listening to it going, what the hell are they on?
I swear. Bunch of jackasses.
It's like 1 in the morning. I'm like, oh, shit.
That was a really fun podcast.
I got to be up in 6 hours.
That was such a fun podcast, dude.
Speaking of which, can we take a quick restroom break?
Yeah, you got to go take it down for something, dude?
No, I just got to pee.
Right on.
I'm going to do coke and watch trans porn for a minute.
Yeah. Yes, okay. You got 5 minutes. All right, bye, guys.
Nice. Back from the bathroom break, and we have to do the re-intro.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we got to hit you with the old.
Didn't we do a couple podcasts where we just kept on stopping and redoing the intro and going again? That was when we were doing it in my room.
Fucking probably. I don't know. I had the guy that, God damn it, Caleb, the guy that gave me the other intro music, was making fun of this, talking about how it sounds like a Ford commercial or like a Home Depot commercial.
It did sound like a Home Depot commercial.
But yeah, so we are back. He just went to the bathroom, did a bunch of coke, and watched a little bit of porn. I don't know. It was behind closed doors, so so whatever. I'm not against it. It's up to you, bro.
Well, apparently this is a thing going on. I mean, if we don't join the train now.
The train.
We don't, get on the train because apparently everyone else is.
You gonna hop in the train?
Yeah, I'm gonna hop in the train and do the.
You call first
the rail.
First or secondies?
What was the train? The crazy train from Ozzy Osbourne. Jump in the train, watch transport.
God damn it! Going off the rails on the crazy train. Yep, there you go. That's transport.
Now, do Transformers watch transport?
Yes.
I mean, is Optimus them, is he into the?
Well, he just watches porn.
Does he just watch the Dinobots do it, or
that's bestiality? I think
that is bestiality.
Yeah.
So what? Bumblebee? Is he watching Bumblebee? I mean,
that's just his name.
There's some more to this trans porn that we just haven't got to yet. I mean, do the Transformers drink Bud Light? Did they get in trouble for that? Has anyone done that joke yet?
No, but you better fucking write that shit down right now.
Yeah, I'm going to write down. These Transformers drink Bud Light.
Busting out some bits, dude. That's awesome, actually. Thank you for that, dude. Yeah.
You can take that one.
To go back to the bit I was going to say about the non-alcoholic beer was I was drinking the Budweisers because they were honestly, they were some of the better ones. And then I went to the store one day and they went from being like $16 to like $12. And I was like, And it wasn't like a sale price or anything. They just fucking dropped in price out of nowhere.
Budweiser, I just read an article. They dropped the price. They're going to have a promotion. I think it was 4th of July promotion. I didn't go to the store to see it, but if you bought a 15-pack, they had, for $30, they had a $30 rebate.
That's
I'm like, well, all this stuff is expiring.
Yeah.
And
it's not selling.
Bud Light, I mean, is the largest grossing beer. Modelo took over.
They still are, though, I think.
But they dropped pretty significantly, according to the news.
Super significantly.
And you got to think there's all this, product.
All this beer, dude.
You got to get rid of it.
That's alcohol abuse.
Yeah. So they're just like, just take it home and send the rebate in. We'll pay you to drink it. And I'm like, okay.
But so my bit was, talking about how like it's fucked up because you buy these non-alcoholic beers and they're just as expensive as fucking buying a regular beer. It drives me crazy because like I'd get a 6-pack of fucking non-alcoholics. They'd be like $10-11, where a fucking a regular one's 10 or 11.
It's messed up, man. That's just inflation. Yeah. That's just price gouging. I was
like, unless I'm buying that Budweiser, and I don't know what's going on with that company, but apparently they just dropped price for some reason.
Well, or something like that. It's crazy just with prices in general, everything. But a lot of people don't know. I get this at work. The cost of soda skyrocketed.
Really?
Have you ever noticed? I mean, I probably don't buy a lot of soda.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Well,
are you talking about at a restaurant or if you buy it at the store?
Buy it anywhere.
Yeah.
Not restaurant. We raised ours $5 a soda. But where I work, a little higher dining. But regardless, there is, I was reading up on why is Coke and Pepsi so expensive? And dramatically different. Well, there's a civil war in Qatar or Sudan. There's that civil war. Apparently, that like 90% of this ingredient that they make is what keeps the sugar from that makes the sugar dissolve a certain way in soda. It comes from Sudan, like 90% of the world's supply. So that's why soda's gotten so expensive because there's a civil war going on there, and
So we have to pay for it.
We have to pay for it. Yeah. Well, it's like Ukraine. Predominantly a lot of the wheat of the world come from Ukraine. So the price of bread and a lot of things have gone up because of the war. That's why I'm doing the keto. I'm really trying to make the pocketbook last.
There you go.
That and I'm fat, but yeah.
Hey, double whammy, brother.
It is what it is. Yep. That whole metabolism comes to a screeching halt at 40. Yeah, at 45 it gets worse, and I'm only suspecting to get even worse by 50. So try to
get you back in the gym, buddy.
Oh yeah. It's another thing we need to do.
So I don't know if I need to rehash it. Not that anybody is listening to both podcasts or whatever, but they were talking on Rogan the other day about, have you ever, like, McDonald's has the best Coke, Dr. Pepper, whatever it is.
Yes, me and Regina were listening to that on the way to the bowling alley the other day, and I'm like, I've had this for years. I've seen it since high school.
In, like, stainless steel containers or something like that,
McDonald's Coke tastes better.
Way better.
The ice, the straw, I don't know what they're doing. And I do know what they didn't say on the podcast on Rogan's, it's a high concentrate, so McDonald's uses it's a higher
he did say that
concentrate of high fructose corn syrup. And I used to get that at another restaurant I worked where it was a certain type of box, and it tasted way better.
Yeah.
Like night and day.
Well, they had it, what they were saying on there, I think, was that they have it perfectly to where whenever it dilutes with the ice, it still tastes like a fresh.
Yes. And the higher corn syrup content, obviously more sugar, definitely adds to that. But also the cost of it is because of a civil war in Sudan.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on with Coke nowadays.
There's a lot going on with Coke.
Hey, you drink a bunch of Coke, you'll start watching Transporn. I heard.
I know. Dinobot's doing it.
But yeah, so are you excited about tomorrow?
Yeah, I am. I'm really excited to see you come along and you get on stage. That's what I'm really excited about.
I just need to do it more, man. I just need to get up there and kind of play.
That's what it is.
I don't need to go up there trying to do all this shit, man. And that's one thing that's always driven me crazy. Like, I've never been a planner, never been huge on that kind of stuff. Like,
coming from the guy who wrote a novel.
I wrote a novel basically on a fucking whim. So, opportunity struck me and I was like, this is what I'm doing today.
Nice.
Fucking did it for the next 6 months or so.
No, but I'm excited. I'm excited to get on stage. I mean, I'm literally writing my 5 minutes the day of, so it's not like I'm putting a lot of hard work into this at all. I'm just doing it to help support you.
Let's just go
it's fun.
Dude. Yeah. It's going to be awesome, dude. I'm very excited.
By the way, this thing is still tripping me out. This microphone boom stand full of.
Yeah.
Where did you just find the bottle or something? Or?
No, it was one from work. It has where I peeled the TABC sticker.
For everyone listening, it's just a bottle of Grand Marnier full of little rocks that he's using as a microphone stand, and it's pretty cool.
Isn't it cool?
I mean, that's a lot of commitment to put little pebbles through a.
It's not as hard as
bottleneck.
you'd think. I mean, it wasn't super easy, I guess. Did take a little bit of work because
you're just on Ritalin, just going, I'm going to concentrate on this for the next 8 hours.
I was just out there grabbing handfuls, dumping it in there. But the thing is, Grand Marnier has a skinnier top than most bottles. If you've ever tried to put a fucking pour spout on a Grand Marnier bottle, you know that. But yeah, so if I would have used any other bottle, it wouldn't have been as much work. But because I use a fucking Grand Marnier bottle,
but it's got the thicker base.
It's got the base. Yeah.
Gotta have that base.
Bro. There it is. Dude.
Gotta have that base.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers on that.
Did I stick you a beer behind your?
You did. Yes. You're supporting my habit wonderfully.
Yay. We have to watch Sunny after this.
Yes. So all the listeners, we got to put a plug in there for the newest season of Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
It's a sports podcast. What's up?
And it is incredible. They just get better.
Yeah.
Frank versus Russia.
What fucking
It's the greatest
season
episode.
is this?
I've never cried. 17, 18?
Some shit like that for real, dude.
It's like, it's not quite up there with The Simpsons. How many seasons does The Simpsons have? Are they in the 30s by now?
In the 30s, yeah.
What year were you born?
96.
96? You're serious? Okay, so I remember Simpsons came out in 88.
Really?
Yeah. I remember going to school and talking to all the kids going, did you see that? That was cool.
What?
Because The Simpsons, they kind of had like a comic strip or they did some shorts. They did something before they had their own show. So everyone's like, oh yeah, I kind of know that's from a comic strip. Yeah. And it took off. And it's amazing.
Bro, do comic strips even exist anymore?
Do papers exist?
Barely.
The New York Times is like two dudes in an apartment now.
I swear,
that's like all they got.
Yeah. Just talking to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, dude, that's crazy.
I hope you don't mind. I'm going to take my shoes off here.
No, I was going to do the same
That's
thing.
like hot.
I wasn't wearing shoes for the first like half of this podcast. So
yeah. Gotcha.
Feels good, man. You just kind of rub them into the
carpet
it's
a little
good.
Bit.
Yeah.
Well, you actually take care of your carpet in your house. So.
We just vacuumed like yesterday, and it just makes such a fucking huge difference, dude.
Now, do you have a Dyson?
Bro, no.
It's worth it.
Is it?
I've had mine for like 10 years.
I have this cheap little thing, and it
one day I bit the bullet. I just bought a Dyson at Target.
Come over here. Bring your Dyson over here. Show me the difference, and I'll buy it. I might buy it.
It's great. I mean, now I still don't justify $300. I mean, they've probably gone up for inflation because, Dysons are probably
they probably get a part from fucking Qatar or something.
But I swear, man, but yeah, the Dyson actually is a great vacuum, dude.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure I got to write some bits on Dysons because they're awesome.
So have you've been down Cooper over here? Have you seen that big vacuum store?
No.
There's a vacuum store on Cooper over here in Arlington, and it is literally it's just a big building, huge windows.
It's a front.
With giant vacuums in the windows, and it says like vacuum sales and repair and stuff like that. And Logan worked at a place that was close to it, and everybody there talks about how you never see anybody go in or out of that place.
Like Narnia.
No,
it goes in or out.
Fucking front. It's like a money laundering system or something.
Probably is.
Yeah. But apparently it's been there for like fucking 20 years or something.
Probably owns the building.
I swear to God.
Yeah, probably everyone else is paying him rent. He's like, well, I'll just keep these vacuums. They've been sitting here forever.
Yeah. Yeah, but apparently they have really nice vacuums in there, though.
What an interesting career. How did you get into vacuum repair and sales? I mean, you've seen Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah.
Or that's the front where you go to disappear. It was a vacuum repair store. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
so they have a history. In fact, even TV sees vacuum repair stores as a front,
dude. That's crazy.
There's one of these days going to be one person listening to this going, God damn it, I'm a real vacuum repair man,
dude. Like if my vacuum breaks,
I'm not selling coke to Transformers.
Okay, first of all, I'm either gonna fix it myself. I'll just look up a YouTube video, or I'm just gonna buy a new fucking vacuum, probably.
Dude, how did we exist before YouTube?
Dude, for
how?
real.
How did we exist?
I work on my truck. That's
how I fix everything,
dude. It's crazy.
Even when I know how to make a recipe, like mac and cheese or something crazy, I'll go see what else someone did. And it always has to start with the same.
I didn't know how to make fried rice, and I looked it up on YouTube.
I get all my... I do that at work all the time.
Excited little Asian lady would not shut the fuck up. And she kept saying one word. Was it delicious or scrumptious or something that was just so off-putting the entire time I was watching this video? And she would say it about every ingredient. And I was like, shut the fuck up and just tell me what I'm putting in here.
My nephew, remember my nephew Chris?
Yes.
Him and I wanted to start a YouTube cooking show of getting right to the fucking point. Not, this is my grandma's recipe. You're going to love this on a spring day. We're going to do that. We're just going to pop it up.
Steps,
and I was just going to be, all right, chicken piccata, go.
Go. Okay, yeah. Yeah, 30 seconds.
And you would probably get more likes.
Could you do chicken piccata in 30 seconds?
I mean, on YouTube I could.
No, I mean, like, if you said it right now, could you do chicken piccata in 30 seconds?
Like how to make chicken piccata?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go.
All right, so take a chicken breast, cut it, half it. So you want to butterfly it. Then you want to put a salt and pepper, let it sit for about 5 minutes. Then you're going to roll it in some all-purpose flour.
Okay.
Then you put some oil in the pan. Then you're going to put the chicken piccata for about 4 minutes aside on each side, get it browned up, remove it. Then you're going to want to put a little bit more oil in. I put a little bit of cream, some fresh lemon juice, some capers. Go ahead, season that up and reduce it a little bit. Put the chicken breast back in, let them marinate, cover it for a little bit, and then you got chicken piccata.
Bro, that was exactly 30 seconds.
I know my shit, man. I'm a
What,
chef.
dude? That's what I'm talking about, bro. It sounds, when you say chicken piccata, it sounds complicated,
It's not.
but it's not. Okay.
Yeah, the trick I probably should put in the 30 seconds. Buy the good chicken.
Really?
Don't buy crap
Well,
chicken.
you don't want the tendony stuff in there, right? Or
Well,
what?
you actually with chicken, like anyone cares.
I swear to God, dude, what are we talking about?
Yeah. No, seriously, with chicken, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
It's like steak.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You know, you buy sale sirloin. It's going to taste like garbage. It's going to be chewy. You got to get a good ribeye or strip. You know, same thing with chicken. You get the organic, free range, whatever it is. The chickens. Did you ever watch Portlandia?
No, that
Great show.
was,
But they have an episode where they're talking about chicken. They're like, this is the chicken you're going to be eating today. They have a file. His name is Colin. They're like, is he a free range chicken? And he's like, yes, he has. He has. Like, how much room does he have? 5 acres.
God,
he has
dude.
5 acres to travel. It's
Man,
a great
we
show.
Snatched him up, broke his neck, and here
It's
he
the
is.
comedian. He was on Saturday Night Live.
What
I
is
forgot
that
the name of the
fucking guy's name, dude.
but he's a good comedian. Good
He
drummer
was on
too.
Comedians in Cars. He's a good drummer.
Yeah, he had a whole stand up just on drumming.
Really?
So to actually go into the theater, they give you sticks and you had to play a paradiddle or a roll to prove that you're a drummer. And he did a whole stand up on Netflix just talking about it's stuff that you would probably go, this is the most boring thing I've
have
ever heard.
no idea what the fuck
I'm
you're
laughing
talking
my
about,
ass off. He's talking about certain symbols and how things sound and different styles. I'm like, oh my God, that's great. Being a drummer. So
That is
it's
awesome.
a really great
It's really
stand-up.
good that he selected his audience too.
Oh yeah, it was all drummers, and everyone had sticks in their hands, and he had like 10 drum sets lined up down the middle, and he was talking about different styles. And
Did he let people play during the set?
no, but he brought in a lot of guest artists, and they would do different things. And he wasn't murdering at all. It wasn't funny. It wasn't not. I shouldn't say it was very funny, but it wasn't like you're crying
The whole
because
place
it's
is fucking falling.
it's
out,
like if a vacuum repair guy is like, I'm doing a whole stand up on vacuum repairs, but to come in you have to be able to show me.
You have to put this belt back on.
We're coming to some good shit already.
I swear, right? God, that's a bit right there.
Well, that's what I wanted to do when this, you're like, hey, just come up in 5 minutes. I'm like, Austin, I can barely commit to shit. Like, dude, unless we sit down and sit there and write together or do something, I'm not going to get it done.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I mean, Xbox, write stuff down.
Yeah.
Not going to do it.
So that was another thing whenever I went to go do, whenever we went to the open mic, not to even do stand-up that night. So whenever we first went, my first time we went on my birthday and stuff, and I was in the zone. I was ready to go. Like I was going to get up there. I knew I was going to get up there. I was fucking sitting there looking over my stuff. I was getting ready. And then whenever I hopped up the second time, I didn't know I was going up. I fucking had been chilling all day. I had gotten up there and I'd just been drinking and fucking around. And then I talked him into fucking letting me get up there. And then I wasn't ready. I wasn't in the zone, dude. I should not have even fucking went up there, dude.
The first time I went up,
deserved, if I bombed, which I don't really remember if I just fully bombed or not. Or if
well,
I
it's
just
better
gave
to
up.
not remember if you bombed.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
That will keep you going back on
First
stage.
bomb, I don't remember it. So, fuck it. Yeah. That's going to be part of my thing tomorrow for sure. Yeah. Be like, you guys might remember me, but I don't fucking remember you.
It's funny, like if you ever got a real stand-up professional comedian listen to your podcast, they're probably talking right now, listening to this, going, "Oh, I remember my first beer," because they're talking about
My first beer on stage.
Yeah.
God, dude. Yeah, it was pretty rough, dude.
It's a system, how
It's just-
you prepare
you
for
gotta
it, you
do
get on
it.
there, and sometimes you
Gotta get in the
just
zone, man.
you're going to get to the point when you go up enough where you're just going to pull something out of your ass, and everyone's going to start dying. And you're
That's
like,
what
"How did
I
I do
want.
that?" And then I'm
Yeah.
going to forget it.
Well, and also, I think I can do that. I don't think it's going to take me that long to just be able to get up there and riff. Because I've done fucking solo pods and shit like that are funny, and I do it all day at work just talking to people.
Yeah, but if you give us
just get up there and tell some
2
stories.
hours to come up with you're going to get some
We got
bits in there.
some
2
shit,
hours.
dude,
If
yeah.
you got 5 minutes, the spotlight's on.
Yeah.
You got a microphone and hold it up to your mouth this time. I don't know if you got used to that.
Dude. I don't remember.
Yeah. What I kind of did is I kind of just started like, hey guys, and then I kind of found the sweet spot as fast as I possibly could.
There you go. Okay, nice.
Now, are you a mic holder or are you the boom guy?
I don't know actually.
Have you tried the boom yet?
It's comfortable. I don't think so. Is it?
I kind of like it just standing there. Okay. I mean, I get I talk with my hands, and
you do talk with your hands quite a bit. Was it you that made the joke that we wouldn't be able to understand you if you had your hands tied behind your back or something like that? Or is that a joke?
I just wouldn't even speak in words. If my hands were tied behind my back, I'd be like, "Why did you?" My brain doesn't work. I must have been an Italian in my previous life. What's the matter?
What's the matter? Yeah, because you're not Italian, right?
German.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, about as German as you could get for living in the U.S. my entire life, but
right, you're
never even been to the motherland.
German. Yeah,
motherland for me is Cleveland.
You'd probably love Germany, though.
Dude, I love German food.
Yeah,
I love German food.
You know, there's a lot of German in Texas.
Yeah. Well, barbecue, that's where it came from.
Yeah, apparently.
Germany and Prussia, and they'd smoke meats, and they came out and settled in Texas. And
that's crazy.
I mean, according to the internet, because everything.
Are you any good with like brisket and stuff? Like,
I can make it. Yeah, if I have a smoker.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do it in the oven. I have an actual electric smoker at work, and I will buy a brisket, and I'll put it in overnight before I leave, and come back the next day, and I'll give it to the staff.
Nice.
I don't put it on the menu or anything, but you don't get the crust, but
yeah. Yeah, because you need the actual smoke and stuff, right? Or
yeah, I mean, I put wood chips. I mean, it gets smoked, but it's different when you're doing it in a wood fire for a long period. Like Regina's restaurant, she was just running. Midnight Barbecue. Uh-huh. I would go and help her out too. I got suckered into that one.
I swear to God.
It's like I got one restaurant to deal with. Now I got to worry about my wife's. But
which she doesn't work there anymore, right?
She left. Yeah. I mean those were 90-hour weeks nonstop. They didn't care. They weren't going to hire anyone else. I'm like, hey, 90 hours a week is over. 6 a.m. to midnight every. It was worse than Muchacho, what she was doing. It was worse.
That's fucking wild, bro. You were going to die.
Yeah, I almost died.
You were actually dying.
I almost had it. My left arm went numb, and I fell in the ice bin, and Benji caught me.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I remember they're like, well, why do you need to go home? That's when Benji stood up. He's like, dude, he's like having a heart attack, dude.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
He hasn't slept in months.
Why isn't Austin here every day? Fuck you. That's why.
I remember. Yeah. Enough about them, but they're always looking for a manager there, though. On my email, because I'm still on the Indeed accounts where you still, these are all the general manager and district manager jobs for Dallas Fort Worth area, and they had to change the name. The parent company's called shouldn't say it.
Right. Yeah,
but it's something else. They don't label it as Muchacho. It's the parent company, but I know the parent company, so I'm just like,
not doing
fuckers are always looking for
you sons of bitches. I drove by there one time. We were going to the cheesecake that was across the street from it, and I saw some dude walking around the back on his phone, and he was like dressed like he was a manager, and I was like,
you're like that poor man.
I swear, dude, I almost wanted to go talk to him.
Just wanted to like pull over and just go get him like a milkshake and go, here, you need that, or you need something in life.
Leave, run.
Go now.
Run away as fast as you can. Fuck y'all, dude. But enough about that.
Yeah, we're supposed to be talking comedy.
Sons of the bitches. No, so I mean, that's pretty much, I don't know, dude. We just kind of fucking came up with some bits, dude. We're ready to go tomorrow.
Oh, I'm excited. I know if we sit down and just start going at it, like back and forth, and if you're writing, I'm writing, and just,
Well, I think that's one thing that I don't want to say I'm not good at it, but it's not the way that I do things for the most part, is like actually sit down and like plan stuff. I'm definitely more off the cuff,
I was going to say, you also
couldn't hurt,
definitely feed off of each other. Like 2 people, 3 people. You've been at a party. We've been in the restaurants where we're just, if you recorded 90% of the shit we said, I mean, you can make beyond a movie about that. And that's every restaurant in the world, dude. Yeah. So... just by the way we spat stuff off, I'm like, we just sat here and had a few drinks and just started. That's why I brought my notepad today.
One thing I did notice whenever I was up there was a lot of shit talking. Like, they were talking shit, they'd talk shit to the DJ, they'd talk shit to Ian, the hosts and stuff, and they'd, like, talk shit to some people in the audience and stuff. Like,
well, trans porn will do that to you.
Yeah, it'll make you a little aggressive.
Yeah, with the coke. Yeah. It might add. So that's what's going on in this club.
I mean, it causes civil war, dude, apparently. Jesus Christ, dude. We're so ill-informed.
We are terrible. Cheers, what do the Decepticons feel about this? I mean, did they have a...
They're Transformers.
Do they have some skin in the game? What do they do?
They don't have skin.
No.
Bro.
They fly.
Nice of you to bring up the fact that they don't have skin, dude.
So insensitive.
So insensitive.
This is not going to get pulled from YouTube because I said that, will it?
I don't know. It depends on if a fucking Decepticon is running YouTube now.
What's Elon Musk nowadays?
There's aliens now. I don't fucking... You know what Elon is? Gonna fight Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, I saw some of that.
That's the thing, dude.
Well, I think someone's been posting stuff on a fake Elon Musk account about Zuckerberg. I don't think that's really him.
No, it's apparently like they're like setting things up. Like he's training, and Zuckerberg's been
that shit's real?
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg, he just...
What's this MTV Celebrity Deathmatch all over again?
That's exactly what they were saying. Yeah. But
watch two billionaires duke it out.
Well, that's the thing is Zuckerberg's actually been training for a couple of years. He's like a blue belt in jiu-jitsu.
He's AI. I'm sure he's going to walk on stage and he's like, I just downloaded Kung Fu.
He's good. He just did a competition not too long ago, and apparently he did pretty well. And then Elon, I don't know that he even trains or anything like that, and then he's going to go fight Zuckerberg, dude?
What are they going to stand and like shake hands and have their bodyguards duke it out and like go through layers until
they fucking better not, dude. If we're going to be talking about it, they better fucking fight, dude. I want to see this.
That'd be hilarious.
I know. I'm pretty excited.
And it's going to be a pay-per-view, of course, and
God, it's going to be expensive, bro.
God, and the sad thing is I'm going to make fun of everyone going into. I'm like, you're not going to order that. My ass can be at home going, you know what?
I'm going to order this.
I'm going to watch this shit. I'm like, Austin, come over.
Yeah, dude.
I got the Zuckerberg Musk
if
fight.
If you get the Zuckerberg Musk fight, I am there, dog.
Okay, so what are gonna be the what do they call it? The lower cards, the undercards? Yeah.
Oh.
Who else are you gonna get? Okay,
they were just talking about that on the podcast.
Oh, okay. Here's a bit right here. So you can talk about the fight on stage and then talk about who the undercards are gonna be.
The undercard, dude. Can you imagine if Bezos? No, I was gonna say Bill Gates, but Gates is old and basically fucking crippled.
Oh no, Warren Buffett and Gates would have to do it. Do you think they just bitch slap?
They definitely would.
One of them would tear off the other one's glasses,
so
and they would just put their hands over there. I can't see anything, and
who's
just
fighting Bezos.
I had to be Warren Buffett.
Yeah,
I mean they're both old.
No, Bezos, Jeff Bezos, the guy that owns.
Oh, not Jeff Bezos. I was thinking Bill Gates. No. Jeff Bezos.
He's a pretty. I mean, not like. I mean, he's probably pretty fit.
Is there another rich Jeff out there? You go Jeff versus Jeff. Is there a Joff? GEOF?
Oh my god,
Jeff Bezos versus a rich Joff.
Rich Joff.
Dude. Okay, this is when we need the laptop.
What about a member like
we need a laptop and all the rich Joffs.
Member of the royal family.
The royal family?
Yeah.
Well, you can't do Prince Harry or they were in the military and stuff. They would kick ass.
I fucking would love to see it.
But King Charles versus no. Bezos would rock King Charles.
You think so?
I think he'd totally kill him. Did you see the I'm not into the royal thing, but when they were like, knighting him in as the king, whatever it was, he was trying to sign something, and he just this pen is sitting right next to him, and he just looks at his servant, whoever it was. He goes, "Oh, sorry, here you go." You can grab his own pen. I'm like, hey, I don't know anything about. He could be the nicest guy in the world, or he could be. Well,
that's how the royal situation is, I guess.
I kind of feel sorry for him. People are like,
what if Bezos fought like a Saudi prince or something?
Dude, Saudi prince would have it would be like Mortal Kombat. They would have the Falcon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be like the Falcon. Some Falcon come out of the sky and start attacking. Him.
Or they'd have fucking Scorpion's little thing. There's a little knife on the chain or whatever.
You know what? We're onto something here. The world leaders. Because Zelensky would kill Putin.
All right, who is fighting Trump? Because he said that he wanted to beat up Biden, but that's not.
Oh no! Trump and Kim Jong-un, 100%, 100%. They're both fat. God. They're both out of shape.
No, Putin, bro. No, Putin would fuck him up.
Dude. Well, Putin would fuck
up most people, I think.
Well, he knows martial arts.
He might have cancer.
Yeah, he's a black belt in something.
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker, dude.
Yeah. Putin is.
He was a member of the KGB, fucking for.
Yeah, but he was not
long.
Contrary to belief, from my understanding of going down rabbit holes on YouTube.
Right, now we're getting political.
He wasn't as big as a KGB. He wasn't like a super spy. He was kind of a lower level KGB guy. He wasn't really. He was in like East Germany. He wasn't really. He gained power. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if he's listening to this right now, I have the full respect. Don't have falcons coming down from the sky at me.
No, fuck you, dude. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I?
I don't know.
I'm not
fighting him. Yeah, we're on to the Zuckerberg Musk card.
That opens a whole can of worms, dude.
I mean, who's going to be the ring girls? Is it going to be computer nerds?
Also, if we start going down this road and like say Zuckerberg beats Musk, who fights Zuckerberg next?
Yeah, who gets the title? Is the belt? Is it the richest person?
Now
does it just look like a giant gold coin?
It would be a Bitcoin.
Yes,
it would have to be a Bitcoin.
Yes, I agree.
Oh,
or a
dude.
and
what if
the belt below them is the doggy coin?
The Dogecoin?
The Dogecoin,
yes, dude. Oh, the one that Musk apparently shorted or whatever the fuck. No, but what if? And I'm so pissed that I just thought of this because they could absolutely fucking do it, and it would piss me off if they did it this way. Because Zuckerberg, like, they made VR. What if they just did a fucking VR fight?
That would suck.
That would suck.
I don't want to see two people in The Sims fighting each other. You know what I mean? I don't
Yes,
need
dude.
to.
It would be funny to see if you tape them on both sides of it. Like, you see them in two separate little pods or whatever the fuck you do, and then you see, like, the Mortal Kombat that's happening in the game, and then you see them going, huh,
Yeah, so they have some sort of, they have to have some sort of, gear going on, and oh my God, I'm just, the joke's running through my head right now.
Do it, dude.
This is a really strange time to be living. I mean, the sugar and soda's gone up in price.
And
alcohol
now-
beer's the same as cats and dogs living
billionaires
together.
fighting
Mass
each other.
hysteria.
Billionaires fighting each other.
That's the world we.
Fucking wild out here, dude. Jesus Christ. And we just need to watch some fucking Always Sunny, bro. That's what we need to do.
Oh, dude, I think that's what they do. I think they just sit around, they have a few drinks, and watch it. Like, that's what we're going to write about. I told you that first episode is how they solve the inflation crisis by buying inflatable furniture.
Jesus Christ, we're going to have to see this. We have to watch the Russia episode.
Yeah, we're going to watch Frank versus Russia.
Speaking of Putin.
Speaking of Putin.
Yes.
That one's really good.
But dope. Yeah, so on Sundays, if you're fucking listening to this, you're in the DFW area, go to Lola's over in Fort Worth, catch some fucking open mic action, bro. We're going to be going out, as much as we possibly can. There's a ton of open mics going all throughout DFW. There's a couple of Facebook groups you can hit up if you've been thinking about it. Just ask. They will give you a full, comprehensive list of where to go and who to talk to and all this stuff. That's what I did. And now I'm just kind of fucking around doing stand-up here and there.
And it's great when you go to smaller places, which is open mic nights, because you're going to get entertainment.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Yeah. We had fun. On my birthday, that was
Jesus,
fun.
I was trying to buy tickets for Jim Jeffries.
Yo,
Dude, I love Jim Jeffries. And we were going to go, and he's going to be out here, I think, in November or something like that. But
what was it running, like 75, 80 a pop? Something?
I think what they had left was like $230 on up.
Jesus.
It was not cheap.
Wow.
He could be listening. Well, he's not, but he'd be like, wait, I had a $70 ticket. No, but Ticketmaster, all that crap. We're going to go see Chris Porter in September. In fact, I'm going to take you and Kristen probably because I got 4 tickets.
Nice.
Chris Porter is fantastic. He's from Oklahoma. He's got a great voice.
Okay.
It's just, his voice is.
That sounds so familiar.
He's good. He's the one that did his best known bit is probably Backpacking in Baghdad, where he talks about how a bunch of people this happened where they went to vacation in Iraq, and he's like, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah.
His name of his album is Priceline Baghdad or something like that.
Nice.
But that's when he's known. That was a while ago. He is hilarious. He also does the one where he hung out with Mumford and Sons and the baseball player, I forgot his name, pitcher, and they played beer pong at his house. And
what?
there's a whole. Do you listen to a lot of comedy on Spotify or
I don't
Pandora?
listen to it on Spotify. I don't even have Pandora.
Yeah, so just get Pandora, Spotify, and just go on today's comedy hits.
Nice.
And you're going to get so many people.
I
don't even know who they are, and they're huge.
Yeah.
They're huge. But even the Chris Porter tickets, I think all 4 of them, it was a couple $100 at least, $300, $400. But
Really?
I made sure I got 2. And this is one of those drunk decisions in the middle of the night where, Regina and I were watching it, and I'm like, I'm going to go buy tickets now.
Yeah.
And I found out, he's going to be in Fort Worth in September, the end of September.
Okay.
And she's like, well, you got us 2 tickets? I'm like, I got 4. She's like, why?
Why?
I'm like, because we got to go with somebody. And then I'm like, oh, of course, Austin and Kristen will want to go.
We'll definitely want to go. That's awesome.
He's fantastic, and he will drop
What's
a good
crazy
hour
is
in
me
murder.
and Kristen's first date was a stand-up.
That used to be my
comedy club.
go-to my go-to
Who
with
did
first
we
dates back in the
see?
day.
What's her name? Oh, she's kind of new, blonde girl. Oh,
I can't help you. I have no idea.
God dang it, dude. Taylor Tomlinson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we went and saw her, and it was pretty good. She was practicing for her special that she just put out not too long ago. Actually, it was like at the beginning of 2020. So obviously she didn't get to put her fucking special out, and so all that material, like I saw some of it that we saw on her special that came out was what we saw.
It's the best stuff. I remember one time back when I was doing it, I got bumped by Chris Rock. It was an open mic night, and I'm just waiting. I'm like 2 people deep, and I'm on stage. All of a sudden, Chris jumps up, and I remember telling someone, "Holy fuck, that's Chris Rock!" And he just looked straight at me like 5 feet away. He's like, "I ain't gonna be that good." And he's had his notepad out, and he just
went out there and fucking slayed everybody, didn't he?
For 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh my god!
It was in the little room.
And you're sitting there with a little 5-minute set about to go after him.
Yeah, and I was gonna do my fucking chicken nugget story.
That's a really good story, though.
The chicken nugget story.
Yes, it's such a good story.
That's a good one.
Yes.
But anyways, he took the whole time, and I had a real job. I had to go open California Pizza Kitchen the next morning.
Oh my god, dude!
I was a manager at that time, so
damn it.
Yeah, that's when comedy definitely took its. I'm like, yeah, do I want a roof over my head now or later?
Yeah.
And at the time, I needed a roof over my head and a car and groceries, and so
you were living in fucking LA, so you were.
And I was, but dude, the scene, dude.
Well,
Flappers is great. The improv is great. I mean, it was fun. There is that one of those things. Like I had 2 choices in life. I either going to fix vacuums for a living, saw a store, or I was going to be a stand-up comedian. But I settled for food. But I'm okay with it. It's fine. Like I said, I'm not that bad.
Yeah, and we can still go do. You can do comedy.
I can, and that's the thing. You kind of rekindled that when you're like, "Hey, I'm going on stage. Come with me this weekend." I keep on flaking. Finally, I went with you, and then I'm like, and then I loved last week. You're like, "You're getting on stage."
Yeah, we're going next.
I'm like, all right. I guess tomorrow I'm getting on stage.
Yeah, we're going tomorrow. So check us out at fucking Lola's anytime that you can get there on a Sunday. It starts at 9:00. We'll be there hopefully every fucking Sunday from here on out. I don't know. We'll see. As much as we can do it, but
I know the one. It's getting that taste.
Yeah.
Once you
once
you put your foot in the water, you're like, I got to jump in.
Every night of the week, there's open mics.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here because we got some Sunny to watch. We got some stand up to talk about, and
Frank
we got to get
versus
some rest
Russia.
We're going up on the stage tomorrow. So we love you guys. This has been Austin and Mr. Jeff Groth.
Thank you for having me on again, man. I really miss sitting here talking.
It's so much fun.
It's great.
Bro, you're such a good guest.
I appreciate it. I was actually kind of more mellow today, but
yeah,
it's nice.
You kind of were, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's
a couple beers in him,
Yeah, you know what that was? Also, I had the day off today, so we went bowling, then I kind of sat and watched TV, and then right before I came over here, I'm like, honey, I'm going to go sleep on the new bed, take a nap. So I took like a 2-hour nap, so I got over here, and then we're chilling, so I'm just kind of chill today.
Here, so.
I'm not feeling like,
yeah.
So.
Well, we'll save it for tomorrow. All right. Bye, guys. Everybody be good.
Thanks, everyone.
Play you out. Let's go.